I had a full episode planned tonight, and just before I started to set up my podcast equipment and just do this short episode, I got a comment via social media, which was a bit of a kind of a stab at me. I've had this, a couple of times over my life, whether it's over social media, whether it's via somebody, whether it's to me directly, which rarely happens because most people are cowards. They won't do it directly. And there's been a couple other ways that people have tried to throw shots at me. And I think part of the reason why they're trying to do it is because they try and take you off your mission. They try and disrupt what you're doing as far as your business, try and disrupt executing your plan. And I think usually they notice that you are onto something great and you are determined and driven and you work hard, you're positive and upbeat. And for some reason, certain individuals will see that as an opportunity to try and derail you. And definitely over the years, I've always been a very calm individual. Of course, I've lost my shit only once or two times in my life, and I would definitely never recommend anyone do that. Staying calm, methodical was always the best option. But I feel that people do these kind of throwaway comments because they have a poor image of themselves, or they want to make themselves feel better. And I'm a firm believer of what you throw out to the world, you're going to get back. Now, I'm not a perfect person. I've not had the perfect life. I've made some really fucked up mistakes, and I've done things wrong. But I guess that's part of life. That's part of going through adolescent stages, and that's part of growing up and becoming a professional. And I think the difference is you can either stay there and become that identity which you're known as a fool and someone that doesn't do things right and don't have integrity, or you could become that person that has evolved and steps up, and more importantly, someone can admit mistakes. And again, I've made mistakes before in the past, but I definitely have grown as an individual. And I just wouldn't have it in me. There's a lot of people that I don't really like so much, whether they've done certain things to me before in the past, or whether they said certain things to maybe me, my friends, my family, which I don't agree with. But one thing that I don't think I would ever do is go out my way to try and just, I don't know, call some sort of bad energy in the air. Again, because I just think that if you're onto bigger things, if you are going to be this huge success, whether you're going to be a big CEO, billionaire, multi-millionaire, sports athlete, the best chef, the best mother, the best father, the best anything that you do, I mean, surely what is going to be incongruent to that plan is saying throwaway comments or doing something which is only going to stroke your own ego, and it's not going to actually get you further towards your plan. And I actually thank the person for doing it, because it's made me realise that there are fucking idiots out there. And I think whatever level that you're at, whether you're beginning on your journey, you're building your assets, you're building a company, or you might have made it, there's always going to be people that are going to take shots at you, and people are going to try and derail you. And I know it's common sense, but the thing that they want is a reaction. Jim Rohn says you can either react or respond. And I feel that if you give something energy, whether that's for good or bad, it's going to manifest into something bigger. And if it's something bad, that you don't want to manifest that into something much larger, because then you've got a larger problem on your hands. Great thing about boxing especially, you learn to weather these kind of things. And again, I've not been perfect at this. Sometimes I've allowed certain things to get into my space, but I think when you're really, really, really in tune with your goals and your vision for the future, it's very, very hard to be derailed. And I remember watching, I think I might have said this before, but 300, which is a film about the Spartans who took on, let's say other armies. They won many battles. And I remember one character in this in this film, he had his eye cut off or cut open or completely damaged, and he put like a scarf around the bad eye. And one of the senior, let's say, generals said to him, "Look, you need to go. You've been injured. You've only got one eye." And he said, "Yeah, that's fine. I've got another one." And what he's trying to say is, it doesn't matter what's happened to me. I'm prepared to carry on fighting. I'm prepared to carry on with the mission. I'm prepared to keep on going forward. It's kind of the same things when you get a bit of hate, when you get a bit of stick, when you get a bit of people trying to challenge you. You know what? It's just part of being a success. And kind of reframing the whole entire thing, or converting what I'm trying to say is, when you're onto something big, it's because people will throw shots at you. So you kind of need to expect it. You kind of need to get over it and just deal with it. It's part of becoming the best version of you. But one thing I definitely would never recommend anyone do, no matter how much you resent someone, no matter how much you resent an organization, no matter how much you you got a like, let's say, a very negative opinion on an organisation, a person, I don't think going out your way to just throw something at them is really going to help you. And I don't think you're going to attract great opportunities in your life. As I'm growing older, I really believe in like attention to detail, and I really believe in doing the small, kind little things, because it really helps you with your bigger, larger mission. It could be anything, really could be anything, from something as fucking stupid as putting the toilet seat down, or picking up some rubbish on the floor which wasn't even yours and throwing it away, or anything like that. Because I just think that what you put out to the world again, and that mindset, you're going to get it back. And I can't even tell you that I've had so many great opportunities, and I've not come into a windfall of money, but I'm definitely going to come into that at some point, because business is going really well, and I really feel like pumped, and I really feel like I'm attracting great things. But people coming into my space, and I'll leave you with this one last message. It's slightly different to what the tone I started with, but we've had some really fantastic, hot days over the last couple of weeks, barbecue weather almost. And I was outside with my son, with my other half, and enjoying the sun and having a chat and having a laugh and stuff like that. Just the three of us. And I had my conservatory doors open, and this fucking beautiful bumblebee flew into the house, and it kept on getting stuck in the conservatory. Back in the day, I would have left it. I just would have left that bee just to sit there, and it would have probably never got out and would have died. And I literally got on the chair, and I was trying to shoo it out the door without harming it for about half an hour, and eventually I'd done it. And I said to myself, because I've done that, because I actually do care about animals, part of the reason why I stopped eating meat a year and nearly 5 months ago, is because of the animal welfare. And I said to myself, because I've gone out my way and given up my time to do that, and I didn't have to do that. I mean, whether that bumblebee dies or not, it's not going to derail me from my mission. But I just feel that something is looking down at me, and I don't know if I completely believe in God. I don't know what I believe in. I just believe in energy. And I think that now I've put that out there, something great is going to come back. And again, I've not come into like £1 million or 10 million or £1 billion just because I've done that, but I just feel like I'm attracting good energy, and good things are coming into my space. So to kind of really go back on what I just said, I recognize that once you're stepping up through different levels of your success and your personality and your character and the version of you, you're going to get people try and test you, trying to come at you, and it really is just part of things. You're going to grow your own brand. You're going to grow your own identity, and people are going to make shit up. People are going to throw stuff at you. Shit that you've done in the past that might not have been perfect, they're going to remind you of it. And ask yourself this: are they doing it to kind of derail you? Maybe that might be a yes. But are they really doing it just to make themselves feel a bit better? They're probably behind the scenes speaking to their friends or their loved ones, or if they've got loved ones, and trying to kind of show off and brag about what they've done. And all I can say is really muggy. It really is muggy. I know I'm focused on my family. I'm focused on building my assets. I'm focused on bringing out good content. I'm focused on building, businesses, brands. And the last thing I'm going to do is go out there and try and, spread some negativity, bring some negative, a negative atmosphere between me and somebody else. I really don't need that in my life. And call me soft or call me an old man because I'm growing up, but I ain't got time for that shit. So guys, ladies, focus on you. If you really want to achieve something, focus in the right areas. If you want to achieve half-hearted results, be mediocre, then yeah, focus on other people and focus on throwing some bullshit comments at them. Because I can tell you one thing: one leads you to success very, very quickly, and the other one doesn't really get you anywhere. And you become known as that person who's a bit of a wanker. And there ain't a lot of very successful wankers in the world. They might have money, but that doesn't make you a success. You just become a wanker with money. So guys, be happy, never fucking content. Be the absolute beast that you can be. Challenge yourself every single day. Learn new things. COVID has demonstrated a couple of things to me, which is you're not actually that much in control of your life to a certain degree. Now, whether I'm talking about conspiracy theory or whether I'm talking about nature, whether I'm just talking about a coincidence, I'm just saying that something today can change dramatically by tomorrow. Don't take anything for granted. And whilst you're in this kind of lockdown phase, use it. Use it to your advantage. Learn a new skill. Become a better version of you. Because when you come out the gates, when things open, people should recognize that, fuck me, that woman, that man, that individual has used that time to grow. And I think it's a great opportunity to do so. So please subscribe. Throw some comments at me, good or bad. I welcome them. And I hope you've been enjoying the show. And I'd love to hear from you. Be happy, never content. And stay tuned because I've got some very, very exciting things coming up.